Hey, I'm Randy Ahmad, and thanks for being here on my site. The reason that you're here is you're looking for a better way, a more effective way of promoting and selling your home in the shortest amount of time possible and getting the most amount of money for your home. And what I'm going to reveal to you is going to be very important. So this is going to be one of the most important videos that you're going to want to watch, especially if you're a for sale by owner or you're working with a realtor right now trying to sell your home. So here's what's happening is most for sale by owners, or even, unfortunately, a lot of realtors right now, they're doing one of three things, or maybe even all three of these things to help sell your home. Number one, they're going to put it on the MLS. Number two, they're going to put a for sale sign in your yard. And then number three, they're going to do an open house. And unfortunately, competition is tight. It's fierce. Maybe not so much in today's market because of such low inventories. Nevertheless, homeowners still want to sell their home in the shortest amount of time possible. So stick around because I'm going to share with you the top 9 things that you need to do to help sell your home fast and for most money. Number one, the most important thing that you need to do is, from a marketing standpoint, is identify who it is that's most likely to buy your property. Okay, so you're going to create an avatar, so to speak, and create a buyer's persona, and this buyer is, and fill in the blank. So if, let's just say, for example, you live in a 2-story home with the master bedroom on the bottom floor, and then the remaining rooms on the top floor. You've got a pool, you've got a fenced yard, and the price range is $300,000 to $350,000. Okay, right off the top, I'm going to say, okay, and you live in a great school district. So I'm going to assume, and I'm going to probably go for who's going to be most likely to buy this, and this is going to be somebody it's a growing family, so they could be move-up buyers. So this is going to be a family of, let's just say, 4, 5 people, and they've got teenagers in the home and possibly even a pet. Okay. And they're going to have a FICO score of, let's just say, 700 and above, and they have a household income of, let's just say, 100,000 or more. Now, that's going to be the first step. You need to identify and zoom in on who's most likely to buy your home. Now, step 2 is you need to go out there. There are some companies out there, as scary as it may sound, but they collect huge amounts of data on buyers, purchasing behaviors. These guys are called list brokers, and you need to reach out to them and let them know that this is who I'm going after. I need a list of people who match this profile. And again, like I said, it's as scary as it sounds, but these companies exist, and the lists exist. You're going to grab that list. In that list, you're going to have the name, first name, last name, and address. And even if you pay a little bit more money, you can capture their email as well. All right, so number 1, who is your ideal buyer? Number 2, you're going to take your ideal buyer demographics and all this other stuff that you learned about them, and you're going to go and you're going to buy a mailing list. So number 3 is you have to reach out to these folks. All right, so you're going to create postcards and you're going to create letters. Now, I would personally start off with the postcard. You need to mail out the postcard. The postcard needs to be, don't get any of those cheap postcards where they can either, get ruined in the mail, get bent up, and end up coming back to you type of thing. So it needs to be good quality postcards. You need to have great graphics. You need to have awesome copywriting. Okay, the copywriting is what's going to capture the ideal buyer and have them look at the postcard, read it, and get them intrigued, interested, and get them to take action, which you need to have a strong call to action. So three primary things that you need to worry about on your postcard and letters. Number 1, messaging, your copywriting. 2 is your design, and 3 is your call to action. What action do you want them to take when they finish reading the postcard? All right, and the same thing happens, and the same thing goes with your letters. Who, in addition to the list that you just purchased, in addition to that, who else are you going to mail? Well, right off the bat, your neighbors, right? Your neighbors may know somebody who would love to live in the area and the neighborhood that you live in. So I would definitely mail them the letters or the postcards. You can even call them or go knock on their door, however you want to reach out to them, and get the word out that you're moving, okay? Because birds of a feather flock together, right? And what better way to do it than letting your immediate neighbors know. Meanwhile, your call to action could be, in my case, I would definitely send them to a landing page. Okay, this is going to be a page that I create online specifically for your home, and there you're just going to have pretty much a repeat of what was mentioned in the postcard, and then you're going to have a form. On that form, you're going to get them to fill out their name, their phone number, and then email. Step 4, you want to create that landing page. Okay, again, the way to do that is just you go to one of the hosting providers, and you need to buy a domain name and create the page and create the form and have that set up. And that's where you're going to let everybody go, and that's how you're going to capture their name and their phone number and their email address. I threw a few things at you right here. Number 1, you want to create the ideal buyer. Number 2, you want to purchase the list. Number 3, you want to create and mail the postcards. And then number 4, you want to create the landing page. Okay, so we've covered the offline approaches to promoting and marketing your property. All right, number 5 is you want to reach out, you want to create online exposure. Okay, and that can come through Facebook and Google, maybe even LinkedIn. If you're selling a luxury home, LinkedIn would be an awesome way to do it. But you want to create Facebook ads, you want to create Google ads, even a Google video, and even a video. And you're going to use that video that you're going to create, and you're going to promote it. Okay, you're going to promote it online through Google, Facebook, even LinkedIn. Okay, so now we're moving along. Now you're gaining traction. Now you need a way to help systematically get these leads into you, because you don't want to constantly get phone calls. It's going to be a headache to you. You could be on the job, you could be somewhere and miss the phone call. It's something that you really don't want to do. So remember that landing page that we created? Well, when you create that form, you want to create something what we call an autoresponder. And when somebody hits that submit button, what action do you want taken at that point? Okay, so typically what I do is I create a thank you page, and then I create an autoresponder. An autoresponder is a generated automatic response to a previous action. So when they click submit, I immediately have an email go out to them letting them know that, hey, thank you so much for your interest. I'll be in touch with you shortly. Okay, so that's number 6 on the list, is creating an autoresponder and a thank you page. Now that you've got the lead, okay, you've mailed out your letters, you've generated online exposure, now you're getting leads. People interested in property, they want to see it. Now it's your turn to call them. You want to reach out to them. Either you want to call them, you want to email them, or you want to text them. So it's going to be one of those 3 methods. And at that point, you've already pre-qualified them, because the list that you bought, you already know that they already pretty much qualify financially for the house. No, all they have to do is just fall in love with the house, and that's when you invite them in for a showing. Okay, you've gone gung-ho in marketing, you've promoted your home, and you got your ideal buyer in the house. They're interested, and now they make the offer. Boom, it's a home run. So you've sold your home. What do? Well, prior to that, you need to know exactly where you're going to go. So if you're staying within the same are you staying within the same city or the same area? Are you moving up? Are you moving out of state? Where are you going? You need help finding that home that you're looking for. So at that point, so you got to decide: are you just gonna go buy a resale property where somebody's lived in it for a few years, or are you gonna buy a new construction home? What is it that you're gonna do? So there we have it. We've covered the 9 things that you need to do to help market your property, and then what are you gonna do once you sell your property? Now, I would urge you to do this on your own. You certainly don't need a realtor to help you do that. But if you do need help, and you just don't have whether you don't have the time for it, you don't have the resources, whatever the case may be, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help out. just fill out the form that you see in the bottom here, and we'll take it from there. And look forward to speaking with you. Take care.